Welcome to the show, Taibu Mu'addib right here, the lucky podcast champion. So tonight we're on episode 11 of Getting It Done. The mastermind series. I came into the mastermind series. I didn't know what you were going to get out of it. I knew what I was going to be able to give. So tonight I'm doing something just to add a little funk to the mix. So make sure that you subscribe over here to Win with Taibu on YouTube, so you can get the picture background, just all the bells and whistles to it. I appreciate StreamYard for put me in a situation where I can actually share these videos in a nice way. But first, let me tip my hat to everybody that joins my live. You have to be a subscriber. Things are taking shape as I become more intentional about my podcasting. That means I'm able to give all of you a crisp show, good information. It doesn't feel like I'm ranting so much. It's just my vibe is to kind of talk as if I'm in the living room with you, as if I'm sitting down with you, talking to you. I want you to have that vibe on my podcast. That's why we're building the podcast space over in Arlington, and pretty soon we'll be in Dallas. Shout out to Carpe Diem for embracing what I have to offer. So it's a big move. I want to make sure that you know that the mastermind philosophy right here that I'm putting down for you and all my subscribers on TikTok and YouTube at Win with Taibu. The mastermind philosophy is for so many of you out there. I hear people talk about quitting and giving up. I see it online. I just can't take it anymore. And this mastermind series is for you. For all of you that are just thinking about quitting or will admit that you quit and get up on your goal, I want you to think maybe it was my perspective that led me into that way. I can be a mastermind. I can do this differently. If I see it differently, I can do it differently. That's mastermind thinking. Something that was tough for me at one point in time, I can get it done with ease now because I have a mastermind type of mentality. As a winning strategy coach, I want you all to know that this is important for me. It's important for me that you know how easy it is to overcome obstacles, how much control you actually can take back away from in your mind. Oh, why do these things keep happening to me? You can take back so much control when you have a mastermind way of thinking. As a winning strategy coach, I can strategically help you build out a 40-pound weight loss. It's called the Total Body Blueprint. And that's available. Just inbox me or DM me. You don't need a subscription to do that. The hospitality hotline is streaming under my YouTube channel right now. Win with Taibu. Just to make sure that you know everything that we have going on tonight, everything I bring out tonight is about getting it done. G.I.D. Many of you have quit because you weren't getting it done. You didn't have a routine set up to get it done. Your process that you were putting yourself through wasn't effective. There was a lot wrong with it. But I want you to know now that we can turn that around and help you think like a mastermind. If you look at the word mastermind together, and it can be written separately or together. You guys know this, right? It's a lot of noise. No? Just stop making noise. So we'll figure that out. You can put the word mastermind together or write it separately. When you put it together, though, it's much more powerful. I'm trying to put you together tonight. So write mastermind together. Write mastermind separate. But look at these individual words. Mastermind. Two very powerful words, even separately. So I'm trying to lock you into grasping a fresh perspective. If I can offer you a fresh perspective tonight, it'll be awesome. Make sure you appreciate the elevation I give you tonight. Go to the Cash App, $ Coach Taibu. Many of you don't understand, many of you don't know how close you are to mastermind thinking. This is my third week on mastermind thinking on the Win with Taibu channels. Tonight, I'm going to feature Mr. Mike Tyson. Because Mike Tyson and I both share a similar story. Going up to heights, ending up getting in trouble, going off to prison, coming back and reinventing ourselves. Me and Mr. Mike Tyson have very, very similar stories. My elevation came in a snap. It took time. It took time. Him going to prison happened really quick. For me, it was a journey of 3 decades. So when you think about the mastermind philosophy and the mastermind mentality, Mr. Mike Tyson eventually got there. So if guys like us can figure it out and get there over time, both of us, you can too. But by joining the coaching program, you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait a long time. You don't have to worry about trying to figure it out. It's already been laid out for you. I got the EFC workbook, Turn Your Past into Your Power video masterclass. There's resources. And then, of course, I have the Coach Taibu's Winning Strategies book that you can get on Amazon. I got resources for you to begin thinking like a mastermind. It's important. Episode 10, it's an even number. Got to break it down to you. So let me go to the picture in picture. Let's listen to a very short video clip about Mr. Mike Tyson and what his life entailed. Remember, go over to Win with Taibu for Mastermind. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe and follow me on YouTube to get the full picture in picture effect.
Mike Tyson wasn't just a boxer, he was a force of nature. At just 20, he became the youngest heavyweight champion in history. His punches were lightning, his presence unstoppable. But behind the fame were battles, inside and outside the ring. From prison to personal growth, Tyson transformed.
And so I'm going to stop it right there for a second. It said that Mike Tyson transformed after prison, after personal issues. Are you going through a personal issue right now? I'll wait. Are you going through a personal issue right now? So maybe you can learn something from Mike Tyson's story. They said he was the youngest heavyweight champion to take the belt. You hear that sound? Write it down. He went on to unify and become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. The boxing belt is one of the only real trophies or accolades where you can say you're the world's best. Who was going to get in the whole globe of the world? Who was going to get in the ring and take that belt from Mike Tyson? Nobody. I have a dang near 20-year-old in the house. He don't even want to leave the house. He's afraid to leave the house. Mike Tyson became the heavyweight champion of the world at 20 years of age. And many of you women's out there, y'all got grown men in your house eating up your food, messing up your bills and your relationships. Right? While Mike Tyson was achieving the pinnacle of the boxing world, he went as high as he could go at that young age. Focused, his process flawless. But remember, his proximity to greatness was what? Very close. His boxing trainer, Customato, had been training greatness in boxers for years. So you take a person like my son here that believes in something and you match them with somebody that has been training or exhibiting greatness for years, and you just might have the next big thing. How come that can't be you and you? How come that can't be you? How come you can't find your way close to greatness and become the next big thing? I'd like to know. Because you can. That's my whole, I want to prove that point through somebody that's bold enough and brave enough to join the coaching program, to raise their hand and jump right in. I want someone that's bold enough to say, you know what, that 40-pound weight loss sounds good. Money back guarantee, I can't lose. Let me just go for it. I need somebody to be that bold, that brave. After helping and serving and assisting over 2,000 clients over the years, having that kind of impact on that many people, person to person, the folks that follow me online, I don't know if they're getting anything out of this or not, if they're like changing life or not, but you can, they can, you will. Join my live, sure, but I want to join your life. I want my coaching to become a part of your lifestyle. I want to redesign the way you process, the way you think. I want to give you, I'm talking about just give you a fresh perspective. Maybe Mr. Mike Tyson's story will help. Let's continue.
Today, he's more than a legend, he's a symbol of resilience, appearing in films, podcasts, and building his empire. His story? Fierce, real, and still inspiring millions.
So that was just a clip of the journey of Mike Tyson. Now, all of us have a claim to fame. All of us, even in the most innocuous ways, all of us did something spectacular one time. And it felt great. So many of you out there, you're wondering how to get back to that place, how to get back to doing something great. Many of you are thinking, man, how do I recreate that moment? I'll tell you. Join the First Step Coaching Program. Let me convince you to work on yourself. Let me convince you to work on yourself. Because if I can do that, I can get you to ascribe to being the best version of yourself. Many of you had that one moment where you did something great, but that didn't mean it was because at that moment you were the best version of yourself. It just means that all the stars aligned and you won that blackjack game where everybody was watching and you made a little bit of money. You got the girl of your dreams, but then, you know, obviously the real you came out and you lost her. Whatever the case may be, all the stars align and you had that one moment, but it didn't last and you can't recreate it because you weren't, it wasn't really just in you. You didn't build that up. You didn't make that your goal. That wasn't your end game. Taibu Mu'addib. Win with Taibu on TikTok. Subscribe on YouTube to watch the full show. I just wanted to look at Mike Tyson's story, just give you a little bit of it because it's so fascinating. You know, all the things that he accomplished and has accomplished so far. If there was a boxing Hall of Fame, or they make one, or there is one, he's definitely going to be in it. You know, to make my point about Mike Tyson and about your ability, just like he and I, to overcome personal obstacles and achieve greatness. Because now he's building his brand, but to do that, he had to rebuild himself. He had to learn new skill sets. He had to, you know, have a conscious awakening. He had to get a fresh perspective on how to deal with things and people. So if Mike Tyson can do it, if I can do it, you can do it too. And that's what my mastermind teachings are about, getting it done. So let's go ahead and dive in. Get your subscriptions. Go ahead, pay for that subscription. It's no big deal. I appreciate the support, but I want to make sure that I have access to your mind so I can turn it into a mastermind. Taibu Mu'addib right here, Arlington, Texas. Shout out to you wherever you're at. I want you to know that you're important to me and to everybody else. I want you to let your light shine so we can all benefit from that glow. Getting it done. Tonight, let's really talk about tasks, because that's what leads to success. That's what leads to the productivity that leads to that big breakthrough. Tasks. 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 Lately, due to the passing of someone close to me, I felt this one right here on the chair. I felt, that I'm overwhelmed with tasks. I just can't do enough. And again, forgive me for the way I podcast. I want to podcast like, we're in the same room. We're just kicking it. That it could be a barbershop setting and I got the floor and everybody's listening to me come off the top of the dome. That's how I podcast. So forgive me if it seems dry or it's not what you're used to. I'm trying to say that it's the tasks everyday tasks that make you a great person, that get you the shine that you look for. When people go viral, what does that really mean? They were doing something. A task is an action word. Task is doing something. No, it was fine against it right there. I didn't want you to slap it inside that water in that dish. You can pour that water out the dish and leave the dish there. So it's tasks. It's tasks. I found it, when I was burdened with tasks, I found it a lot easier to stay focused on not drowning in my tasks. And just by not drowning in my tasks, absolutely not. That plate is not in a safe situation. Put it all the way in the sink. What is wrong with you? I'm gonna break something, trying to chase flies. Tasks. So the tasks are getting up, self-care, some sort of motivational, mental motivation. Enough. The water, you don't want water in there because the flies are going to it. So leave it empty so you can slap the thing all over and stuff. That's it. There's too much noise while I'm podcasting. Just put it down and flap away. I just didn't want there to be water splashing all over the place. Put it all the way on the counter. All the way on the counter. There shouldn't be nothing hanging off. Tasks. Getting up, self-care, some sort of motivational, like I said yesterday, protect your thinking. You have to some way get mentally tapped in to what you're going to do next. If you skip this step, if you try to just go from waking up, some form of self-care, and then just go straight into your activity, it's never, ever, ever going to be your 110%. You yelling, you waiting to get to the sales meeting, you waiting to get to church, you waiting for somebody else to get you hyped. No, you are not going to achieve your goals. You're not going to perform at a high level until you figure out that after you wake up, God, give me another day on this earth. After you handle self-care, nourish your body, cleanse your body, as long as self-care, put your best face on, you have to have a motivational mind check. You have to have something mentally to snap you into the process and do as you're going to do. So For people who have jobs with their hands, for many years, I'm in sales now, but for many years, my job entailed just going somewhere, standing there, and putting parts together. The assembly line, push it, putting parts together. Or I was forklift driving, picking something up, delivering, putting it in a semi or getting it off one. I was so I didn't have to use that much of my mental prowess. I wasn't pressed mentally. You know, I didn't have to think a bunch of things. Once I learned the job, it's just routine. Pick it up, put it down, let it go, pick it up, put it down, let it go, you know. Very mundane. And for some people, that's all they can handle. Me, I needed more, much more. But still, even for those jobs, to go do that droll, mundane work for a guy like me, I had to mentally prepare myself. So I'll never forget it. I had to go back to 80s music. Don't turn that water on again, bro. Just I don't know what's going on with you over there, but just too much. Yeah, no, just don't turn on. Let me finish podcasting before you do that. Hitting them and killing them, I want you to do that, but all the other stuff, you should be good. I would go to work, my first job after getting out. I used to go to work, and to motivate myself, I would play Cool Mo D. I go to work. I would play, you know, Rakim, I Ain't No Joke. I would play music that, you know, pretty much got me ready to really hustle. You know what I'm saying? I played music that I knew was gonna get me, just keep me grounded. You know, I don't know what music y'all growing up listening to, but those songs made me know that, you know, I'm doing the right thing. Type of, you know, I'm just getting to a vibe. I'm doing the right thing. It was something about the way I felt, you know, listening to these guys. I go to work, you know, just getting me prepared to be a regular citizen, to do regular stuff, you know. So that it was important for me to listen to those songs to give myself a mind check about what I was getting ready to face. And it was very effective. It was very effective. I never missed it. I tell people when I train them, I ask them, you know, what's your playlist like? I don't know. You have to go in with music that makes you really want to pound away at it. Music is so beautiful. It touches our soul, right? So we definitely want to make sure that we're doing that, we're allowing ourselves to be lifted up. I didn't know as a kid that a lot of movie scores were made by symphony orchestras. When I found that out, I was fascinated by it. You know, because those strings and the drums at the right time, it lifts you up. You know, it's a crescendo of feeling and emotion. So to get it done, everybody, I want you to experience that. I want you to put that in it. Wake up. I'm giving y'all real game. Go ahead and donate, y'all. Y'all hit my Cash App. $ Coach Taibu. I'm telling you, I'm giving you game right now because many of you aren't doing this. You're missing that important part. I don't care what you put in there to get your mind right, but that get your mind right check is important, mainly because it's you. It's self-motivated. It's a way to practice motivating yourself. When you hear that sound, write it down. This is episode 10 of the mastermind teaching. We're into week 3, the final week. This is get it done week. I'm locking you in. If you've been following it, go back, go to YouTube, subscribe. Thank you for your subscription. And win with Taibu and listen to what I'm saying. I'm giving y'all the free coaching that y'all been asking me for. You can go in the description. You can hit me up on the hospitality hotline, 682-514-5955. Make sure you reach out to me, because this whole podcast is being brought to you by the First Step Coaching Program. You want to make sure that you tap in. Wake up, self-care, and you need that mental motivation and mind check. You need to get your head focused in, locked in. The good thing about it is you can be creative. Look, right, since I'm the coach here, I'll suggest a couple of things. The first thing I would suggest is reading. If you can slow yourself down and give yourself 10 to 15 minutes to read something that builds your knowledge base. Many of you are like, well, if I'm into it and it's teaching me something, it's be hard for me to disconnect. No, because you're getting better, so it's an endorphin rush, and you're learning a new skill set. Download Duolingo and do the lesson for whatever language you're trying to learn. Whatever the case may be, 10 to 15 minutes of educational material, inspirational material that you read. The second one, listening to your favorite motivator. It could be me. It could be Les Brown. It could be, David Goggins. Listen to your favorite motivator. If you put on my tape in the morning, I guarantee you're going to be like, man, that makes sense. Absolutely. Listen to something that's going to uplift you. And the reason I say 10 to 15 minutes is it can't be so short that you don't get the message, that you're not moved. It has to be 10 to 15 minutes so it soaks in. You have to give yourself time, meditate, breathe. You have to give yourself time for it to take effect. We all know when we pop that Tylenol, it's going to be, maybe 20 minutes to half an hour before it really kicks in. That's how I want this 10 to 15 minutes for you to be. And last but not least, hey, cuddle with your loved one. Ask her or him to slow down and just cuddle. Say things to affirm each other. Hey, I love you. You make my world better. You inspire me. I'm so glad you're with me. So those are 3 things that you can do after you wake up and handle self-care to mentally check. The 3 things are to read something educational, inspirational, listen to your favorite motivator, or, physical affection from someone, even in the cuddling relaxation sense. It's something that you have to do. Put yourselves together. Mastermind thinking, getting it done. A mastermind gets their tasks done because they are taking care of a lockdown routine. They stick to the routine. Their process that they're entrusting their productivity to, flawless, precise. Their process is going to get them there. And then last but not least, the mastermind completes the task because they believe where they're going is for them. What else are they going to do? When you really believe it's for you, you're going to get that thing done. It's Taibu Mu'addib right here. That's my time. No one works hard to get you into the vehicle that you need for the price that you can afford. I'm at Holly Hyundai West out in Fort Worth. You can hit the hospitality hotline. I'll take care of you. If you're looking for a nice new car and you want to work with a real professional, I'm your guy, right? Love, lies, and everything in between. That's a beautiful situation. We got it coming up on Sunday at the Margarita Express. Get your ticket on Eventbrite. I'll make sure that the link is in the description or in the comment section. Trust me, reach out to me if you want to come and do the live podcast. We got that set up for you Sundays, 4 to 8. Shout out again to Carpe Diem in downtown Dallas for reaching out and wanting to bring me closer to the heart of the city. As Taibu Mu'addib, you will be recognized when you're productive and you're consistent. You'll be recognized when your process is locked down. And remember, when you overcome today's obstacles, tomorrow will always feel like paradise. Taibu Mu'addib right here. That's the show. And now you know.